puts the foot on the gas, absolutely perfect. He needs the bounce, he gets the bounce.
Some teams are running 7 in the line and no sweeper. That obviously is going to give you an opportunity to kick. More time to prepare has given them more time to analyse opposition and seen that perhaps a kick to apply pressure to the opposition is something that's going to be used a little bit more than it has done perhaps in the last few seasons.
You can look for a short grubber to try and break the line, the chip over the top, the wide crossfield kick, or the more positional kick downfield. So you're looking with a grubber, trying to create a little bit of space. Now teams are so good at defending, you either look to exploit the space out wide, in between defenders, or occasionally just in behind. Crossfield kick would be, rather than trying to pass the ball out wide, one action to get the ball there very quickly is to try and kick it laterally across the pitch. So if you're trying to exploit that space without having to go through hands, it gets the ball there very quickly. The long kick, really kicking the ball 50 or 60 metres, just giving the guy outside chance to run faster than the man who has to turn to try and defend. So looking at the best footballers, they get in situations where they can see the space in behind, and then it's a case of getting a touch to get the ball over the defensive line, but to reclaim the ball. That's known as the chip, and there's some fantastic exponents of that, such as Roscoe Speckman for South Africa.
And the kick and the chase from Speckman. And he's going to beat everybody!
The attacking kick is really important in sevens. There's not just space in between defenders and a defensive line, but there's actually a bit of space behind a defensive line as well. You only got one sweeper player covering that massive space in behind a defensive line. So we're one of the few teams that actually use that tactic on the circuit, and I think it's important to have players in your team that can execute that kick perfectly as well.
Cock with the kick and the chase coming up from Sinatlo. Will it sit up? Will it sit up? You better believe it.
I think my role with the kick chase is when I'm the kicker is just to see the space and to put the ball into the right space. And I think in the chase's view, it's just to first of all be behind the ball and just to get your timing right. You have to be on the ball as quickly as possible and just to see what your options when you get the ball.
Stannard grubbers for himself and gets there.
Bibby might win the race. That is a spectacular play from Dan Bibby.
I think kick should be used when appropriate, not because it's the latest thing or, South Africa doing it well, so everybody else should. The team that has probably historically kicked the most was Argentina. They always use the kick well, and Santi must have probably scored half his tries from little dabs ahead and great control and seeing the opportunity to move defenders.
Have the skill of kick is a weapon more as a player. It depends on the space that you find into the field and depends on the body position of the defender. You have to see that situation very fast and take the decision. If you have some defender running in the opposite of your run, you take the decision to kick from one side and grab for the other side. For example, in this case, I can kick from that side and go in on this side to grab the ball. In this case, when I have the defender very in front of me and a sweeper behind the wall, the idea is try to kick a chip kick, in this case like this. When there are not any sweeper behind the wall, you can kick a long kick and then start to run. I will try. And go back. That was lucky. I'm a lucky guy.